So listen, the opportunity that I saw 2, 3 years ago in working with the MMA Global Board, which is a people don't know is a global board of major CMOs, was that there was really no event that was organized just for marketers, just for CMOs, as really helping us to evolve the industry. And enhance, I mean, in some regards, the name of the event should tell you everything. It's possible. It's all about the art of possibilities. It's all about what can be new and different. Because the underlying thesis of the MMA is that, there's dramatic, I mean, it was a funny way to put it, but, there's dramatic room for improvement in marketing. In addition to the dynamics, the business has got incredibly complex. And we just didn't see a place where buyers and sellers, which is the essence of the MMA, come together at one time to really evolve our industry and become better than we are currently.
Okay. And what sort of themes do you see emerging at this event this
Mhm.
year?
Sure, 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 sure. So listen, again, it is really about, what is possible? How do we really evolve into the future? And how do we get away from, I mean, there's a funny phrase we have within the MMA, which is that, a lot of marketers find themselves in a place too busy to do better. And so part of at least what MMA brings to the table in the whole thing is identifying opportunities that they may or may not see of their own or don't have the time or the inclination to spend the budgets or the resources or the energy it really takes to find out what's really powerful and new and different that in essence raises the stature and gravitas of the marketer and CMOs. And so what you'll see in particular from MMA is sort of revolutionary new research that really does that. It's around growth frameworks. It's around measurement. It's around the value of brand, which we have identified in a way that nobody else has done. It's about how org plays a role in sales and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's all about what's new, greatest, different that, you're not going to hear. I guarantee you won't hear it at any other event because we don't present it at any other event. So listen, I opened last year's Possible, which was, I don't know, I've not heard negativity from my board members about it. But if anybody was there, they will remember my opening statement, which was that I believe marketing is no further along than the medical profession was in the mid 1800s when they thought the answer for health and wealth was bloodletting. Now, theoretically, bloodletting sounded like a good idea. If I had snot coming out of my nose or I was bleeding, there was too much pressure, so they relieved the pressure. That was supposed to be healthy. The problem was it killed people. In fact, it killed George Washington, our first president. So it's a serious issue. And so MMA's thesis is that we just can be better. There's things that we don't know, that we don't have answers to, like our brand is performance research. We can now tell you that $100 gained in sales from an immediate brand campaign today can generate well over $500 in sales over time. That's information we need to tell the CFO, but we didn't know that information until MMA figured out that methodology and built it. And by the way, we're going to be licensing that methodology to somebody now, so it's available to all marketers to go execute. We didn't know the value of the relationship and org design decisions and how they relate to sales. We can now tell you what changes in the org will improve sales, what changes will decrease sales in organizational design. So we'll be bringing to the table all the revolutionary ideas that we have, the thinking that we have, and the work that we've done on both the things that we don't know, or even more, the things that we thought were true that just aren't so. And there's a few too many of those in marketing.
So, where do you hope to see marketing a year from now?
Well, I think we're on a longer term journey than a year. I appreciate trying to get to. I mean, I wish, again, I kind of go back to part of my original point there, we're sometimes too busy to do better. And I think marketing needs to work on that organizationally, how to extract. And I have some members, like Kroger's would be a member I would call out, who's incredibly successful in leaning into the future or more aggressively. AT&T, I would put in that same camp. And many of the other members of the MMA are, they're involved with this because they want to know what the future looks like sooner than later. And that's really what we're doing. So, a year from now, oh boy, a year from now, I mean, if you were to ask me, I would say a year from now, I'd like us to all understand growth frameworks because most marketers don't. That's like not understanding the anatomy in the medical profession. I'd like us to understand the relationship of capability fit. I'd like us to understand AI and its importance and where to go find gold. Like, we have an AI experiments that we've been running now with, I think we're in field with 10 or 12 marketers at this point in trying to understand how to apply AI. And just so you understand what that means, it's machine learning using things like one hot encoding and K modes clustering, words that have never existed in marketing, but that's the new world order. And we're now doing that, and we're seeing gains in digital marketing performance plus 195% on average. Now, what's interesting about that, just to be clear, one of those studies, and we've told people on the board who it is. I don't think I'd say it publicly. We had one major marketer whose study completely failed. They didn't get any gains. They didn't get AI and personalization benefits from it. So again, there's as much learning from that. So that's part of what we'll bring to the table is just the revolution of new ideas that comes out of MMA's think tanks. And people don't know, we focus on marketing attribution, marketing org, data and customer experience is our third think tank. And then we started this year the AI Leadership Coalition. I have one other thing to tell you. We might be coming to the stage with maybe one of the most revolutionary concepts that's ever existed in marketing. And let me explain. Working with a team of academics for the last 7 years, we have stumbled upon a way to identify the efficacy, the efficiency of marketing within an organization using publicly available data. And what that means is that we can rank companies on their marketing gravitas, their marketing efficiency, their marketing strength using independent data, which will give real clarity to CMOs. Why that matters is that what we're ranking them on is really marketing's contribution to market valuation. We have made the magic link on that. And it will identify for marketers, CMOs, when they talk to the board and the CEO and the rest of the C-suite, what they're aiming for to basically make sure that that company is at maximum success. So our expectation that, we're still working on it. It's still happening. I believe we're going to have a proposal. If not, we'll have it at another event MMA has later in the year. But our goal is to be able to really set information at this event.